Really nice custom job. Look at that.
Welcome to my island party.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video from here on the Andaman Islands in India. Just to show you, they don't have traffic lights here. They have a cop who stands in a circle and directs traffic. That's literally it. I've never seen a single traffic light on these islands. But this video isn't about traffic lights or cops. We're going to talk about rickshaws, or as they're also known, and what I call them, Tuk Tuks. And I recently read that the name Tuk Tuk actually comes from tourists in countries like Thailand who, when they don't know the name of a rickshaw, they call it a tuk tuk because of the sound that it makes, the tuk 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 tuk. I'm going to be telling you about my experience, some helpful tips. I want to try and speak to some drivers as well. And for the sake of the video, I'm just going to call them Tuk Tuks. That's the comfortable term that I use for them, and just rather than go into and throw the different names. It's all about Tuk Tuks. So Tuk Tuks are absolutely everywhere. A very popular, very convenient way to travel, not just here on the Andamans and in India, and not even just in Southeast Asia, but parts of the Middle East, a lot of African countries. They're just such a very convenient and easy way which pretty much operate as a taxi service. They're everywhere. And I mean, I've been in some damn remote places here, and there's always a tuk-tuk, always a tuk-tuk. Slightly more expensive than the buses are here, but still, especially with regards to me as a foreigner, an incredibly cheap way to travel. However, you do run the risk sometimes of being a little bit ripped off, and I want to get to that first. But it's like, honestly, so much when I'm just walking, if there's an empty tuk-tuk and they see me, obviously a tourist walking, they pull up, they beep at me, they give me the eyes, they all want to get me in their tuk-tuk, and that's not actually a good thing. I'd rather flag one down and ask. One that's trying to get me in is more likely to probably try and overcharge me. And my advice is, if you are going to be in a place using tuk-tuks, I'd say try and gain early knowledge of the area you're going to be in, the types of journeys you're going to be making, and always agree on a price. Like he agrees. Proper beelining for me then, that bull. Anyway, back to rickshaws. So what I do now, as I kind of have an understanding of how much a certain length of a journey will cost me, if ever I get a tuk-tuk, I always agree on a price first. And most of the time, they'll go high, they'll go higher than what I'm actually prepared to pay. And then I'll just drop that, I'll say, nah, that's too much, and offer an amount. And I still go high. I still offer what would be more than a local would pay. You kind of expected extra 20, 30 rupees. It's not much, but as a tourist, that I don't mind. It's when they're trying to throw an extra 100 rupees on, then I feel like they're taking the piss, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not about that. There was a driver who pulled up to me a few days ago, and the journey that I would have, the length between where I was and my hotel was probably about 50 to 80 rupees tuk-tuk distance. And he's trying to sell me, he's acting like he's doing me a favor, trying to say, I'll take you to your hotel for $5. It's like $5 is about 400 rupees. And I knew it wouldn't have cost more than 80. But he's pretending like he's doing me a favor. He's pretending me like, you know, it's a good deal and all this. And he obviously didn't realize that I know my shit with regards to it. So I just laughed at him. Like, bro, like, I don't take it personally and get angry about it. It's not pointless. I just laughed at him like, you're a fucking idiot, man. Like, what are you doing? So that does happen. So yeah, always agree on a price firsthand. And the more knowledge you can know about how much your journey should take will obviously be better and easy for you. And 9 times out of 10, they'll agree on the price, knowing they're still getting a high price. You're happy with what you're paying. And then boom, get in the tuk-tuk. And tuk-tuks are an awesome way to get around in this part of the world. They really are. So not all tuk-tuks are the same. From my understanding, the tuk-tuk and the driver is linked. I wondered, is the vehicle just a vehicle, and let's say if one driver does a 12-hour shift, he can then just pass the Tuk Tuk on to another driver who can use it for the rest of the time. But that is not the case. My understanding is that the Tuk Tuk and the driver are registered together, and only that driver can use that Tuk Tuk. Tuk Tuks are only allowed to be used as commercial vehicles. For instance, I cannot rent one and just drive one about myself, not in this country. I believe in Sri Lanka that is possible. You can rent your own Tuk Tuk, and for me that would be worth going to Sri Lanka, because I'd love to have a go at driving one. I'd really love to have a go at driving one. So with the idea of the driver being connected with a vehicle, you find some of the Tuk Tuks look absolutely amazing. Some people take a lot of pride in making their Tuk Tuk look amazing. You get a lot of just standard ones, it's just their job, it's just exists to ferry people around. But then you get people that really put some effort into customizing, decorating it, and I really want to go find some cool Tuk Tuks. Right now I'm here with Dibanka, who's, do you own this Tuk Tuk? Yes, so you're the owner of the Tuk Tuk. So how many hours in one day would you work driving the Tuk Tuk?
10 to 12 hours I will drive.
Wow. So do you get to choose when you work, or does the state tell you when you have to work?
Yes, I choose that time.
And how much, maybe you don't have to answer this, how much would you make in one day driving a Tuk Tuk? How much money?
1,000 rupees.
Oh, okay. And that's for the whole 12 hours? And tell me one thing that you love about the Andaman.
Andaman is a very beautiful place. You also know, you also travel.
It is, it's a beautiful place. Once again, I'll shake your hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So I want to show you some of the contrasts. The contrasts that you get in Tuk Tuks. Like these behind me here, they're just sort of fairly standard, fairly normal. But when I was talking before how you get some more custom style Tuk Tuks, I want to find some of them. Like this one, look at the front. He's got his little decals on it. He's got the nice cool little windshield. I like your Tuk Tuk. You have a nice Tuk Tuk.
Thank you.
Really nice seats in the back, if you can see that. So yeah, you get such a difference. You just get some very standard. We've got this one here behind me. The job on this one, very colourful. Lots of stickers on it. I think you get different ages as well. Some of them look really quite old. So here on the back, I'm guessing that is pictures of his son. So this Tuk Tuk is dedicated to his family. Really nice custom job. Look at that. In this one, you've got all the flowers inside, really colourful. That's a beautiful colour, look at that one. So I think just like people do with their cars, even though it's strictly used for work, in the West, people like to spend money and do custom jobs on their car vehicles. Tuk Tuk drivers like to do it here as well. I think it's just a pride thing. Don't necessarily think that if it's fancy it's going to cost any more money. I just think it's like, if these guys are working 10 to 12 hours a day driving these things, they just want to be proud of it. They really are a staple part of culture here in India and here in Southeast Asia. Here I've got Ahmad with me.
Yeah.
So this is your Tuk Tuk, yeah? Do you own this vehicle?
This is my auto.
And how long will you work in one day?
One day, 120 kilometers.
How much to South Point?
South Point.
Yeah, how much?
Yeah, this one reasonable rate is 60 rupees.
60 rupees?
Only 60 rupees.
So yeah, this will take me to South Point for 60 rupees. Whereas I could have asked any other guys and probably been told up to 100. So you know what? We're gonna do it.
Okay, yeah, thank you. This is my fare meter.
Uh-huh.
This is my fare meter. This meter is 30 rupees starting charges.
Uh-huh. But we've already agreed
Yeah.
price, yeah?
Yes. And
Let's go.
Let's go. And where you come from, sir?
England,
England where?
Manchester.
Manchester. Welcome to Manchester.
So are you from Andaman or
Yeah.
mainland India?
No, this is our board is in Andaman.
Oh wow, beautiful place.
How is Andaman?
Huh?
How is Andaman? Like it?
I love Andaman.
You love Andaman. Yeah.
So we agreed on a price, that's how you do it. Especially as a tourist, especially as a foreigner. It's always good to agree on a price first. It just saves any upset, any arguing when you get to your destination. And this is quite a nice tuk-tuk, a bit basic from some of the ones we saw, but it's really nice. So if you like this video, please give it a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.